Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. Forstner bands are well established in watch circles as specialists of vintage style watch bracelets, capturing the looks, fit and feel of the originals with modern quality improvements. My first encounter with their product was with their famous flat link bracelet designed to replicate the original Omega Speedmaster design. A couple of friends had fitted a Forstner band to their FOIS first Omega in space. The brand offers now a variety of classic designs and reached out to me for a review, which of course I was more than excited to provide. As much as I love straps and changing them around, nothing beats a good bracelet to complete the look of a watch. Since I own Omega's own reissue of the famous flat link band, which came together with my caliber 3-1 Ed White, I opted to explore other styles of the Forstner catalogue. So this is the very nice presentation box that you will get in the mail, with of course international shipping and tracking. So let's see what we have. We have the 7 link beads of rice with a classic Forstner, very elegant actually clasp. The clasp is almost as important as the bracelet, and often it's a bit of a letdown with some brands. Of course here we have a classic as well, the ladder type of bracelet. We've seen these on vintage Zenith watches, for example. And finally, another intriguing bracelet. This is the 5 row beads of rice. So let's take them out of the package and see a bit what we get. There is a tool with every band, so it makes life a bit easier to resize. And by the looks of it, everything is going to be held by screws, which shows the quality of the design of the Forstner bracelets. So let's unwrap these quickly and then choose maybe some cool watches to try them on. Here we go. Each band comes with its own set of spring bars, one tool, and I love the feel. It's got very much that very light, slightly jangling feel of the vintage bands, which is one of the reasons actually that people also love vintage watches. The tolerances back then were maybe not as tight, but it's part of the experience. Then often there's a feeling of lightness, and of course you might say, well, modern bands are better technically, and I'm sure they are, but actually there are some improvements compared to the vintage bands. So here the idea is to keep the look, but also have much of the feel, but with a bit of modern quality into it, so you get a bit of the best of both worlds. But really the idea is to get the more of the vintage experience with the Forstner bracelets. And there you go, this is the final result. Changing bracelet is not my favorite thing to do. A bit of oil on the fingers, a few spring bars flew, but in the end we got there. And this is the result. So we start with the ladder bracelet, which retails for $132 US. So this hollow oyster style ladder type of bracelet is very well known. Used to be made by a company called Gay Frères, and very famously was seen on the Zenith El Primero. Here Forstner gave it a universal style of handling, so straight one, so you can try it on any watch. It works really well here on my JS Elliott watch. A very interesting watchmaker, interesting watch, and I think that the finishing here, satinated on the bracelet, matches very well with the satination here on the bezel of the watch. So very cool, classic type of look. Also, you have a bit of space here between inside the lugs, and echoes the space in this oyster style, hollow oyster style ladder bracelet. If you need to have further adjustment once you have removed the links, which are removed using the tool provided, or you can use, of course, your own screwdriver. So they're held by screws, and it's the same on all the bracelets. You have further micro adjustments in the clasp. The clasp is pressed, as you can see, very vintage style. So don't expect the big heavy buckle, big heavy clasp that you get in modern builds, but it does the job. It is pressure closing, and you can see all the different micro adjustments that you have. Let me show this on the wrist. Now, vintage style bracelet, just like our dads or granddads, tends to be. You probably want to wear them a bit loose. Let the watches flow. Here, have it fairly tight, not too tight. You need to have a little breathing room. And this is the look of the Forstner ladder bracelet. $132 US. Comes in 18 mm, 19, 20, and 21, all tapering down to 16. And you can see at the bottom how the spring bar fits. Will it pinch the wrist? Perhaps. I haven't felt it yet. It seems okay on that side. And will it do the dance? Definitely. So there's a bit of vintage rattle with those Forstner bands. And this is something a bit unusual, the 5-row beads of rice. Classically, you would know the 7-row, the 9-row. Here we have the rare 5-row style, which also used to be manufactured by the famous Gay Frères. And unmistakable design with a short, narrow, polished beads surrounding longer and thicker brushed central links. The result is a look that can be dressed up or dressed down, which is what you can do with this watch. It's handmade, Garrick, handmade in the UK. Can be casual, can be very dressy, and I wanted to match a bit the look of the brushed. The brushed portion here of the indexing and the polished sections of the case, and I think you find this on this unusual bracelet. It's you gotta get used to it, and it's interesting to see for the first time this watch on a bracelet. Zooming out a bit. This is the look. What do you think, guys? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Can you get used to it? Very interesting, because it's classic watchmaking. on this watch. And here you have a vintage style, classic style type of bracelet that is, yeah, it feels comfortable. I have very hairy wrists, but if you have it tight enough, it's not gonna pinch too much. And this is the clasp with the nice polished details, 316L steel. This portion is pressed, and you have many micro adjust. Everything is held by screws. So very interesting look for this Garrick. I wonder what Garrick themselves are gonna think about this pairing. And the third band I wanted to test today is the classic Forstner 7 rows beads of rice or grains of rice. So it is one of the quintessential watch accessories in every collection. Used to be made by Jacoby Bender in the mid 20th century, and was seen on some of the most storied watches of all time, including Patek Philippe chronographs. So it is no surprise that I try it on the Furlong Marie, sort of homage to those classic chronographs with the Tasty Tondi pushers to get that mid-century classic look. This really transforms the watch for this sort of dressy, sporty model. Same thing here, you have the links held by screws, and you get plenty of them. I think I removed 6 of them, so even if you have a very large wrist, and when talking about sizes, this is gonna fit wrist ranging from 5 to 8 inches in circumference, and the sizes available on the website: 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 millimeters, tapering to 16 millimeters. The price $132 US, with all the adjustment that you need. And let's try it on the wrist. There you go, vintage, classic, galore, thanks to Forstner. So tell me, guys, what you think of this cool experiment. Really, this one takes us back a few decades in terms of the look, and yeah, at first it's a bit strange, right? We've lost, we're a bit out of touch with this style, but if you go through the history books of classic watches, Zenith, Patek, you will find those looks recreated for you by Forstner. There's a lot of charm to it, and it really completes the look, changes completely the look of watches that you've only seen with a strap perhaps in your collection. So do visit forstnerbands.com to see all the looks available. My favorite today is perhaps the classic ladder here, because it really works perfectly with the look of this watch, although the watch is very modern. So there you go, you really never know, and you gotta mix and match and see what works best. So I want to thank again Forstner for sending me these cool bands, these wonderful bracelets to try on. And I think I've matched them pretty good in the spirit with the watches from my collection. So if you love it, give Forstner a like. Any suggestion, anything you want to see from the brand, let them know in the comments. And I think I didn't mention the price of the 5 beads of rice. It is also $132 US. So same price for all these 3 products. They come in many different sizes. You have plenty of extra links, so it works on a very large wrist. It works on a small wrist, and you have plenty of adjustments on the fly into the clasp. So very thorough product, and there's a lot of choice on the website. So thank you, Forstner. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.